umpires hold the ball aloft in the middle of the ground for the start of the final term. It's Glenn Frost in the middle for the Belmont Lions, and he'll be up against Mark Crean. They go up now. Frost gets it down towards Graham, running off that half-forward flank again, gives it away to Moore. We've seen that a couple of times today. Goes with his left foot, long towards Carr. Over the back, though, Matty McNamara does well, and he takes the mark. Plays on quickly, goes wide to Mark Crean, who takes it at centre wing. Gets it on to Bowman, who gets around, arches the back, takes a bounce, and can run it away. Goes to the right boot towards centre half forward, but it's all the Belmont Lions. Rod Doubledham does well. Sits there, measures the kick towards Farnham against Messina. Foot race now between the two of them. The boundary umpire might get into it as well. She might give a shepherd for Farnham. He does well. Troy Farnham runs away. Oh, he's run a long way. Goes to the right boot long. Great kick, though. Great vision. Finds Ben Newham at half forward by himself. Now McAdam runs on. Ben Newham leads on from Carr. He goes in that direction. It might end up with Stuart McAdam. He works to the front of the pack. Can't take the mark. Matty McNamara attacks it and takes a great grab.
He's playing an inspired last quarter, Matty McNamara. Jeremy Carr obviously is the key man up there. So long kick there from McNamara. Up to centre wing. Doubledham goes for the spoil. Comes to ground. Picked up there by, that was Dover. Dover to the full forward. Oh, Smiljanic, a huge leap from behind. Unfortunately, he went without the footy, and now he's tackled the player without it. And, well, why would you not allow the advantage? So, finally, it is Horriban has got the free kick and comes wide to centre wing from behind. Mark not taken by Buchter. Long handball to Rod Doubledham. He gets it back into play, and good play by Buchter. Sees Frost loose in the centre. Now Frost, long kick to the full forward position. It's over the head of the leading players. Running onto it there is, and picked up in fact by Scott Simon for Anakie. Well, he's handball back in a real trouble there, but Matty McNamara is strong enough to break the tackle. Only as far there as
now run with
Peter McBilly. Now to Rod Doubledham. He's got a player leading in the forward pocket, but oh gee, terrible work there. The ball, not a kind bounce unfortunately for Dave Franey, and unfortunately an opportunity lost. I think perhaps he could have led a bit earlier and got to the footy lorry, but he wasn't quite there.
No, it wasn't quite up to just in that point of time.
So it's out of bounds in front of the change rooms here at McDonald Reserve.
Boundary throw in front, David Cook. Over the back, Graham falls to the front of the pack again. The Belmont Lions with the numbers. Farnham keeps it in for Brad Davis. Tries to get his hands free, get it to Newham. He's on the boundary line on hands and knees. Handball over to a call. Scotty Simon stands his ground. Has to be strong. Oh, he's got a couple around him. McAdam, left it behind. And that can't be holding the ball. It's play on the call. Now it's a push in the back. No free kick. Goes towards McAdam, close to the boundary line. Tried to keep it in, but Gavin saw him over. Three-quarter time scores, Eric, from other GDFL games this afternoon.
West Cricket and Footy Club 11-5. Werribee Central's 11-7. North Geelong 11-14. Thompson 5 goals 8. Bannockburn 17-13. Belpost still 6-8. And East Geelong 10-9. Trail Corio 12-9.
So back into play. Pack develops from the ruck contest and the boundary throw-in, and we will have a ball up in the right forward pocket for the Belmont Lions, attacking the southern end in this final term. We've been playing 3.5 minutes, and it is 10-13, 73 the Lions, the Roos 7-8, 50.
The Lions have got to be desperate here, Eric, to try and keep it there or try and get some result.
Moore taps it down to the side of the pack. That was Chris Moore for Anakie. Pack develops again, and fighting hard for it in there was Graham. Over the shoulder, said the umpire.
Wow.
And Mark Graham has got the football, Matthew Graham, sorry, has got the football about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. He has kicked 1 goal 1 this afternoon, a chance to put his second on the board and the 11th for the Lions.
That was interesting. I didn't think he was
a good word for it. Interesting.
Under the pack. I don't know where that one came from.
The umpire's closer than us.
And Eric, this is a very important kick in the contest of the game and the Belmont Lions situation, that they don't finish their games off. He has to kick this.
Right-hand goal post he has to aim for. He comes in.
He split the middle.
He's hit the post.
Oh.
So 1 goal 2 to Matt Graham. They go to 10-14, 74 the Lions. They lead Anakie 7-8, 50 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
So the kick in now for Anakie. Long kick toward the centre. Big pack of players there. Well, who's he going to play this to? The man at the back. How can that be? Well, very, very fortunate. Tony Morford, I'd suggest. But I thought Matthew Graham had probably as much, if not more, of the footy. But the free kick is part of the mark is paid. Oh, gee, dropped out there on centre wing by Dover. And no, it's not turned over. It's ended up in the arms of Phil Gavin. Little chip to half forward. over the top of all players. Running back onto it is Frost, hands it across to Moore. Moore's well tackled, gets a handball back. Coming in to help out is Peter McBilly. Now the long kick towards half forward. It's 2-on-1 situation, and Newham, the smallest bloke, he upset the big fellas. The ball comes out by hand to him. High tackle, and Newham in fact takes the free kick, chips the ball forward now quickly. But, well, there were just no forwards up there for the Belmont Lions. And
spectating then?
Yes, and the mark taken quite easily there by Cummins. He goes wide, mark dropped by Alford, comes to ground. Peter McBilly comes in, trying to lift his side, handball over the top to Buchter. I don't know what he's doing up in the half-forward line, but he chips the ball towards the corridor, and the mark taken by Moore. Moore sees, is that Doubledham? Rod Doubledham, fairly quiet day today, but I tell you what, he has the chance to start to put the icing on the cake for the Belmont Lions. He's 45 metres out, likes kicking goals, as we've known for many, many years, Laurie, this fella.
Yes, you know the importance of this one.
Oh, and, well, that's unbelievable, because
the press.
Dave Franey is 20 metres short of any other player deep in the forward line, and Rod Doubledham just popped it over the top, and Dave Franey, the president, has a chance to begin to make a hero of himself here, because he's 25 metres out, 45-degree angle, and has put the ball on the boot. And I tell you what,
he likes it.
In the goal square, they're pretty happy, and Dave Franey's pretty happy, and the goal umpire's pretty happy, because it is a goal. 11-14, 80 at the Belmont Lions. They lead Anakie 7-8-50 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, and that's almost 7 minutes into the final quarter.
I think this is a point of time, Eric, though, where the Belmont Lions need a little bit of enthusiasm, go right on with it, work it really hard now, and put as much pressure on as they possibly can. Look, Peter McBilly's leading by example. You notice around there before, every time he gets the ball, he's kicking the ball long, and he knows the importance of this game.
Back in the middle, Frost up against Crean. They get it down to the side of the pack again, and Clayton Trotter is not going anywhere against...
They're watching him very, very
they are.
closely.
Mark Hepworth has got the job on him now, and he's not going anywhere after that, so a secondary bounce in the middle.
You can understand that after the third quarter that he had.
Frost, that's a free kick to Crean.
Kick for shepherding, surely.
Well, we beg to differ. Simon gets the handball from Crean, goes towards half forward. Palmer leads Cummins in the race for the footy. Now Palmer, inside out kick towards Stewie McAdam, can't pick it up. The back of the pack would, handball over the top to Messina, great play, Stewie McAdam. And sees it over the boundary line for a throw in for the Lions on centre wing.
Hans Machinist shaking his head, Laurie, but you've got to run to the ball, don't you?
Exactly. Have a look at the replay, Angie.
So a boundary throw in, short throw in, going to hit Troy Farnham on the head. Nearly Elford gets it in, back towards Davis and the boundary line, and it's over for a throw in. Once again. So, Crean up against Frost. Frost works to the front. Crean from behind gets it down towards Bowman. Off the back, Trotter. Held to him, said the umpire, and we will have another ball up on centre wing. It's 11-14-80, the Belmont Lions, and they lead 7-8-50 Anakie. Frost from the ruck contest. Crean there as well. Davis, Trotter. Free kick for a push in the back, said the umpire against Hepworth, and Clayton Trotter on centre wing will take it. Wants to switch play towards Morefoot in the middle, takes the mark.
Straight down the middle.
He runs on, goes with a right foot kick now. The lead's on from Smiljanic, kicked it out in front of him, and that's a good kick. Not much that Scotty Mills could do about that. Good kick by Tony Morefoot, and Ben Smiljanic has gone back on the Dennis Lilly run-up for a shot at goal. He'll be kicking from about 50. He's got the wind behind him. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 this afternoon. And he comes in now. We've seen he's a pretty good kick for distance. The accuracy is away again, over the back and through for 1 behind to Smiljanic. So they go to 7-9-51, the Roos.
Did he start at full forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a handy-looking player there. He presents himself.
And 11-14-80, the Belmont Lions. So they lead by 29 points on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
The problem early, Laurie, was they weren't getting the ball up there.
Yeah, right.
They had to put him further up the ground. From the kick in there, McBilly, a little short chip. He got the ball back and has found on the halfback flank Brad Horrobin and has taken the mark. So they're working the ball out. Nobody on the mark. So away he goes. Horrobin, shocking-looking kick. And Cook drops a sitter on centre wing, comes to ground, Doubledham, crashes through a tackle, then held without it by Messina, but play on to the umpire and Hans can't keep it in. So the ball will be thrown out just on the attacking side of centre for the Belmont Lions, kicking in this final quarter to the southern end of McDonald Reserve. Boundary umpire with the footy. About to put it in. Frost and Crean doing it again. Crean used his bulk. Ball comes to the back. Morford over the top by hand to Alford. Alford gets collared, gets the handball back to Morford. Over the top again to his team player there in Lesueur. Another handball, finally into the arms of Clayton Trotter. Now he goes goalward, puts it on the boot, and it's a magnificent looking kick. Is it long enough? It's not. And off hands, it's through for behind. So good effort there by the Anakie side, unfortunately not resulting in a goal. 7-10, 52 Anakie. They trail Belmont Lions 11-14-80. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 11 minutes final quarter.
Good play by McBilly to tap it on at Doubledham. Didn't try and mark it over Morefoot, just gave it to Doubledham by hand, and he goes short to Farnham on centre wing. He goes into centre half forward, Frost and Moore. Moore takes a good mark against Bowman, and Frost has run off too. He's created a bit of space for himself at centre half forward. Farnham runs past, he gives him the ball, trouble, gets away, breaks free, good composure, goes to the right boot, towards Newham from behind again. Gavin in front, does well, gets a free kick for a hold. Oh, should have been a free kick, none forthcoming. Goes towards Carr, turns around, kicks it over the top towards the standing start frame. He goes back towards Carr, tries to tap it in, but all he does is push it out.
Doubledham might have been a little bit stiff there. The two blokes running at him without the footy, and
sorry about whether he was stiff. That was Phil Gavin.
Phil Gavin's, well, that was a fait accompli. That was a free kick, no doubt.
Truth. Boundary throw in, Crean from behind. Tries to tap it on, goes towards Hepworth, just threw it, left it all, goes to Alford over his head, and Bookter sees it over the boundary line at half forward for the Lions. So the Roos have moved it around the boundary line about 40 metres. They need a couple of quick goals. They trail 7-10-52, 11-14-80, the Belmont Lions in front. We've been playing 12 minutes in the final term.
Ball about to come in on the other side. Bright sun on the other side, not too much on this side. Crean taps the ball forward. No side able to get clear. Finally Dover picks it up for Anakie over the shoulder, but straight into the arms there of Bookter, sitting on centre wing. Thought about a handball, but I think the long kick would be the option. Now he goes long into the half forward line. The lead out there is, well, I don't know, that was the lead, but in fact it's certainly found his teammate. Is that Frost out there? And he's taken the mark, and if the first quarter is any indication, he'd have to be a chance from there. He's about 50, he's on the boundary, and that's where he kicked one in the first quarter at the other end of the ground. So Glenn Frost going to put the ball into the forward line, kicks it high and long. It's going to land at the head of the square. Oh,
someone's got it.
Well, mark not paid by the umpire, and goes back to the centre, and good talking on that occasion by the home side, and Chapman takes the chest mark, plays on now, drives it back towards the goal square. Big pack of players again, but only one man in position, and that is Scott Simon for the Anakie side. Plays on now with a handball to Morford. Morford chips it wide for the Anakie side to, that was Alford. Alford out to Crean, and Crean on half-back flank has taken the mark for the Anakie side, but they're mucking about with a lorry.
They've got to go direct. They've got to go direct. They have to look at the scoreboard. They're behind, I think.
They certainly are. So Crean, long kick to centre wing. Purvis pushes the pack forward and finally gets the footy. Handballs it across to, that's Cummins, and away he goes. Kicks the ball to the lead of Smiljanek at full forward. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Oh. Ball hits the ground. Can he pick it up, Michael Bowman? He can't. If he gets it up, he's got a goal, but he just can't pick the footy up. And finally, it's pushed through the goal. So it's a rush behind to the Anakie side, and great persistence there by, who was that chasing?
Jeremy Moore.
Jeremy Moore, fantastic effort. Behind to Anakie, 7-11-53. They trail the Belmont Lions 11-14-80. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, and we're 14 minutes into the final quarter.
Moore got it from Mills from full back, but the mark taken by Alan Elford at half forward on the outer side for the Anakie side. Bathed in sunshine, McDonald's Reserve now. Looked like it was clouding over for rain before, but now beautiful sunshine. He goes wide and finds Dover on the boundary line. 45 metres out. Smiljanek one out with Mills, punched away by Mills. Good play. Good defensive play from Scott Mills. And Anakie move to 7-12-54. And the Belmont Lions 11-14-80. That is on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard. We do it all again. Mills goes short, finds Peter McVilly. Good slips catch. Mark Wall would have been happy in the right back pocket with that. Was thinking about switching play to Chapman, but then he elects to go short towards Horrobin, and he takes the mark. Horriban now, right foot kick goes towards centre wing. Looking for Frost, can't take the mark off hands. Davis is there fighting hard for it. Pack develops, and I think they'll be happy to see the umpire come over and ball it up.
They're probably, Belmont Lions are just doing enough, Laurie, to suggest they might hang on, but they haven't been very inspiring, have they, since half-time?
No, I was just thinking, Eric, they probably haven't been positive enough. They're just prepared to go along with the flow. You know, early in the game they were attacking and took a few risks. I think you've got to be risk takers, and you know, even when you're looking at this stage, take risks if they come off. You look a lot much better, I think.
Well, a very scrappy passage of play whilst you've been speaking out in the centre wing there, and finally Dover emerges from the pack with the footy, drives it long towards the centre half forward position. Only play there is Horriban for the Belmont Lions. Gee, switch play, mark's got to be taken, Scotty Mills, however, it comes to ground, numbers there with the Belmont Lions, picked up by Newman.
Shocking kick.
Sorry, that was a Farnham. Farnham chipped at the centre wing, and Phil Gavin now called to play on. Has to handball a footy.
It's going to be costly.
It's a turnover, so it's Belmont. Newham picks up the footy. It's gone through the pack. He heads toward goal, puts it on the boot, and he's kicked the goal, and that's the all-important one for the Belmont Lions. Well, a mistake there from Phil Gavin has allowed the turnover, and Ben Newham has kicked his third for the day and a crucial goal for the Belmont Lions.
And I think the fat lady's singing.
Is she wobbling, is she?
12-14, 86 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. That's the Belmont Lions. They lead Anakie 7-12-54, and that's 17 minutes now into the final quarter.
He probably is singing, actually. He's at North Geelong, I would have thought, this afternoon, the fat man.
Yeah, I think so. He'd be singing all right.
Oh, no.
I wonder he hasn't phoned us.
Back in the middle, Crean coming in from the side. He'll have to be careful here. He might do a Todd Curley if he's not careful. He's running right behind the umpire. He got out of the way quickly, and as you would, Crean gets it down towards Trotter, running through the middle. Oh, he got held on to. No free kick, and he's still fighting out. Now he gets a push in the back. No, he doesn't.
I think he helped it, Laurie. I think he might have hooked the arm underneath the opponent and threw himself back. I give him full marks for trying, but didn't quite make it.
Secondary bounce in the middle. He's just telling Mark Crean where he's running to, the umpire, and I would too if I had Mark Crean running. Yeah, Frost over the top, through towards Graham, now doubled him, but leaving it behind. Morefoot got it free, goes towards half-forward Horriban, can't take the mark off hands. Chapman's there fighting hard for as well, can get it out towards Mills, who needs a shepherd, and gets a short little kick to Davis. Oh, just float there, finger-tipper, and Brett Davis took it at the half-back. Just settling things down. Now he goes short. Bookter gives him a lead at half-back, and he takes it. So the true half-back position. Plays on now, drives it back in towards the middle of the ground. The lead's on by Frost, and he finds him, takes the mark. Cook will have to come back 5 metres. He handballs to McVilly, standing start. He goes the right foot kick towards McAdam, who goes up against the big man. Crean got a hand there. Off hands, goes to back. Krieger on the ground, great little handball. Doubled him over the top. Newham can finish it, can polish the game. He runs in, handballs over the top to Julian Carr, who sits and waits and kicks his fifth goal. And that is the 13th for the Belmont Lions. They go to 13-14-92, and they lead Anakie 7-12-54 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 18.5 minutes played.
Eric, I think there's a good lesson to be learned there. They're prepared to run the ball and share the ball, and I think that's the way you have to kick on and be prepared to share it around, run with it, just kicking up in the air and blazing away. That's no good.
But as you said a moment ago, Laurie, Belmont Lions had to take some chances, and I think on that occasion they were prepared to feed a handball, prepared to run. They took the initiative and got the result.
Yeah, exactly right.
Ball in the middle. Frost again, gets beaten by Crean on that occasion for the tap down, but comes to McVilly. He's got a call wide on the defensive side, but it's clear. McAdam takes the mark. Now he plays on. Drives the ball towards centre half forward for the Lions. No mark able to be taken. Comes to ground. Trotter can't take the footy, unfortunately. Play a hell without it. Play on, said the umpire. Trotter comes through again. Good work. Unfortunately, the kick let him down. It was in the way. There was Farnham. Farnham's bowled the outswinger. It's landed
good
just
inside out torpedo.
And the ball has gained 30 metres for the Belmont Lions, and it's out of bounds in front of the change room. So for old Clayton Trotter, I feel a bit sorry for him. He's tried his heart out today, and he really hasn't got enough support from his teammates at this point in time, and gee, he'd be pretty disappointed. Ball thrown in. In front there, Frost gets the tap down. Doubled him, doesn't take it, punches it forward. Newham can't pick it up. Ball comes to ground, stacks on the mill. The umpire will come in. What's he? He's given a holding the ball decision there, has he not? That is amazing.
Clayton Trotter gets up and cannot believe it.
Well, neither can I.
Look at him.
Newham, oh, well,
we can see him on our screen here in the box.
what are the odds on Newham getting the votes today?
Oh, yeah.
He got the free kick from the umpire, and he's played a rattling good game, I can assure you. But kicks the ball back in the corridor. The lead was there. Mark not taken. That's Carr. Handball across the front of the pack there to Moore. He can't handle it, unfortunately. Picked up by Cummins of Anakie, and they've got the chance to break clear. Loose in the centre of the ground is the big fellow Crean. Takes the mark, handballs across to Alford, and here go Cry. But gee, they've gone negative. They've gone to the lead on centre wing, and unfortunately it is the defensive side. To have any chance, Laurie, they've got to get back into the corridor, back down the middle, and the ball is over the boundary line. And I think
I think time might have run out from now, Eric, but
I think so.
They're a bit indirect.
So the boundary umpire in front of our broadcast position puts the footy in. Crean taps it back, straight to double them at the back of the pack, over to Bookter by hand. Bookter on the left foot goes to the attacking side of the ground. Bounce not kind for the Belmont Lions, comes to ground. Whoops, unfortunately a bit stiff there because I think, who was that?
I think it might have been
Moore? Not too sure. He was sort of head down running after the footy, and the two players basically collided, and I guess
Matty McNamara, I think.
Matty was the Anakie player.
Yep.
But is it Moore?
Moore,
was the free?
yeah. Yep.
That was just one of those accidents in footy. Unfortunately, you don't pay accidents, you pay free kicks, and there it is. So more of the Belmont Lions in the centre of the ground has the free kick, kicks it long into the forward line for the Belmont Lions. Moving to the front of the pack extremely well. Taking the mark, play on quickly. McBilly now heads goalward. It's a long kick, and that's a coach's goal. McBilly kicks his second for the day, and good positive play then for the Belmont Lions. They've kicked their 14s. 14, 98. Belmont Lions now starting to run away from the Anakie side. 7, 12, 54. On the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 22 and a half minutes now in the final quarter.
I think they've arrested the demons of last week, Laurie, by their final term here.
Yeah, certainly, Jace, there's no doubt about that. They're full of running, and, I just think Anakie a little bit undermanned, I think, and I don't know whether they got Darren out, and I think, who else was out from Anakie today?
Matty Polder.
Yeah, well, they'd miss him, sadly, I think.
Back in the middle, Graham in the ruck against Crean. They both stand there. It's like a ball up. Like a ruck contest at the boundary throw in. They get it down. Coming through, got it away to Alan Alford by hand. Goes wide, Purvis and Horriban. They push across towards the half-back flank. Horriban gets there first, and he can switch play towards Peter McVilly. That's a good kick, good vision. And McVilly down the middle towards Bookdale. They've got players everywhere. Chuka stands there. Could stand there for half an hour. Goes short towards Frost. He takes the mark. Now, in fact, it's Moore. Moore goes further afield to Graham. He gives it to Rod Doubledham. Doubledham over the top towards Glenn Frost now. Frost can give it away. He needs a Shepherd. Gives it to Doubledham. Doubledham has kicked the goal, Rodney, and be careful, Michael Bowman. He could have nearly given away another kick there, but Doubledham kicks his first. And the 15th for the Belmont Lions. They go to 15, 14, 104. And they lead Anakie, who are 7, 12, 54. That is on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
I think they've had a sniff today, Laurie.
Oh, certainly, Eric, and as I say, it was a good example then of being prepared to run. Everywhere you looked up, there was 4 players, and they could have shared it wherever they wanted. And I mean, that's good football. And he's tried hard, Rod. He hasn't. I've seen him play better games than he's played today, but he's been in there working around the packs and trying hard all day, and it's nice to finish off for the goal.
This is certainly good for the Belmont Lions. First game at their temporary home, and gee, they're doing it very, very nicely. But as we speak, the breeze has come up, and it is getting quite fresh, certainly in our broadcast position. The ball up in the middle. Graham gets the tap down, follows up, picks it up. Handball. It's into probably Alford, can't get it clear. Finally picked up there by Krieger for the Anakie side. The umpire has put a whistle on play, suggested the tackle was too high on Krieger, and the Anakie player will get the ensuing free kick. Still in the centre circle. Will need to drive it long. Puts it on the boot. It is a long kick, deep into the forward line. Gee, there's not too many up there for the Anakie side. Ball comes to ground, and well, player's not going anywhere, so the umpire will take hold of the footy, and it's centre half forward for the Anakie side at the 25-minute mark in the final quarter, puts it in the air. Tap comes down for the Lions. Well, player in Horriban went without it, but picked up by
Hepworth.
Hepworth, and tried to chip it forward. Can't get hold of it. Threw the ball out to his teammate. Comes forward to Buchter, and he's on half-back flank. Goes for the long handball over the top, and here's Doubledon. Eludes a tackle, gets a handball to Frost. He's got to play a loose. Handball would have done, but he gets it over the top there to McAdam. McAdam can run, has one bounce, goes past the club rooms, kicks it long to the goal square. It's a one-on-one up there, and great work from Matt McNamara. Punches the ball to ground, and that's another rush behind to the Belmont Lions, who are 15-15, 105. They lead Anakie 7-12-54. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, 26 minutes, final quarter.
Good kick in by McNamara, but in front, no mark taken. Frost off hands, comes to the side of the pack, handball. They've still got the numbers at the ball. He slick handball towards Hepworth. Can he kick a goal? He goes in from 40 metres, and he has Julian Carr's taken a great mark next to the
pick it up and play on
behind post. He's got Ben Newham in the goal square, plays on goal. Ben Newham kicks his fourth, and great play, Julian Carr. And that is the 16th for the Belmont side. They go to 16-15, 111, and they lead the Anakie side 7-12-54. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 26.5 minutes played.
Probably some argument, Laurie, for a kick down the ground for Hepworth, basically as he kicked the footy, but it didn't matter at the end result. But he's done a very good job, Hepworth, on the ball.
Yeah, and I thought their forward line hasn't done too badly up there, have they? But, you know, they've got a few goals before them. Carr's a fairly handy player up there. He's kicked 5.
He and Newham 9 between them.
That's
really
right.
Handy.
Back in the middle, Crean up against Graham. Graham a second tap towards Davis and also McVilly. McVilly now goes along towards the man just mentioned, Carr. Gets a high tackle and will get a free kick.
Wasn't much of a touch, was it? But he helped it.
So Julian Carr has kicked 5 goals too this afternoon from
Early
50.
shots,
I think he's at the maximum of his capacity there.
Yeah, he probably is, Eric. But I mean, if he was going to pass it off, you've got to do it quickly.
There's a good sign for them. Michael Allen on the interchange, perhaps to come back. So that's a great sign for them.
So Julian Carr, 50 metres out, 45 to Grangle, comes in, kicks towards the right-hand goal post, but it's not there in distance. It's pushed through for a rush behind to the Belmont Lions. So they go to 16-16, 112, the Belmont Lions. Anakie 7-12-54.
And it's now developing into a very, very good win, Laurie, with the more they score in this final quarter.
Yeah, excellent.
From the kick in, it's a short chip to Matt McNamara. He takes the mark at centre half back. So McNamara now kicks it long toward the centre of the ground. The target is Crean. It's over the head of all players. Comes to McVilly at the back of the pack. And, well, a picture-perfect little chip. Found the safety of the boundary. And in front of the social club here at McDonald Reserve, the ball is over and out for a throw-in. So, ball about to
there she is.
The siren has sounded at 28.5 minutes, the final quarter. Very, very short, but the final score on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard here at the McDonald Reserve is Belmont Lions, 16-16, 112, have defeated the Anakie side 7 goals, 12-54.
So in that final quarter, the Belmont Lions finished off really well. 6 goals, 3 they kicked, while Anakie could manage just 4 behinds. And in the end, it was a big victory for the Belmont Lions. Their goal kickers this afternoon, Julian Carr kicked 5, Ben Newham kicked 4, and 2 to Peter McVilly. Singles to Rod Doubledon, Dave Franey, Matt Graham, Glenn Frost and Nigel Moore. While for Anakie, their goals this afternoon, 2 each to Anthony Green and to Ben Small-Janik, and singles to Alan Elford, Mark Crean and to Tony Morefoot. And a big win to the Belmont Lions, 16-16, 112. They defeated the Anakie side, 7-12-54. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final siren. Thanks to White Cross Healthcare this afternoon. We'll have all the scores from the other GDFL round 4 games and a couple of close ones. And a big win here to the Belmont Lions, as you said. We'll also try and get some scores from the GFL and the Ballerine and some AFL updates. We'll also hopefully have Peter McVilly, the coach of the Belmont Lions Football Club, with us this afternoon here at McDonald Reserve, where he's seen his side run out big winners against Anakie. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final siren. Thanks to White Cross Healthcare. You're listening to Geelong Radio 100.3 FM, your home of local football. Werribee, 2 points. Gee.
Okay.
That's brought a bit of interest into the competition.